Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, August 5th, 2025, and we're doing a general collective read. As you know, it is a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyways. So you're welcome to change the genders of the roles as you need to throughout the read, as you need to fit your storyline. But remember, use your higher wisdom and discernment. If you're not already aware of it, that just simply means it's not your story, leave it alone. Don't take it on as your own. It's the worst thing you can do. It's just going to cause more strife, more heartache, okay? So try to remember that not every read is going to be for you, and that is okay. And not all of it will resonate. That simply means it doesn't belong to you. Leave it alone. Use your higher wisdom and discernment now and always, please. Okay? Not everything you see is to be believed nowadays with this AI crap and whatnot, right? I do know my mother used to say at the end days, you won't know what to believe anymore. And I firmly believe that. There's so many liars out there. You think that these online anyways with this AI, you think that these platforms would stop these people from making up lies. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I guess it's hard to police, let's say. I don't know. Anyhow, just use your discernment, please. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for all your love and support and your donations. You guys are fantastic. Hopefully you had a beautiful day. Let's see where we're going to go with this one. Spirit guides, guardian angel. Ooh, that flew right out. Established, settled, secure, and wealthy. Overarching energy. That could be for you. Or that could be for someone else. Let's see which way it goes. Someone's running. Escape, denial, and excuses. So somebody established themselves, got wealthy off of you, maybe. It could be something to do with the first read. I don't know. We'll see. So you cut ties with somebody or somebody's cutting ties with them. Freedom, standing up and awaken. Someone's in isolation or you were in isolation. Rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. This is all self-inflicted. Whoever did this. They got you in a love affair or they're in a love affair. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. You're just going to hear about it. Dirty little secret, sex fixed, and down low. So somebody's on the down low, you know, partying it up all night long, striptease, gamble, Vegas. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas, does it? Someone's puzzled why people are running the other way, confused, perplexed, and conflicted because the truth has come out. They're toxic, okay? Drama, arguments, and incompatible. Two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber, facing legalities, lawyer, court, and paperwork. They burnt their bridges here, not just with you, but with everybody else, I heard. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. So whatever they wanted for you is happening to them, but in spades. You're a nurturing type of person. Mentorship, wisdom, giving back, and you're giving back. Maybe they want to come back into your energy for salvation, right? But I think it's self-serving. They don't want to answer for what they're doing. Yeah. Time. They're going to get some time here. Time is up for this person. Delay, procrastination, too busy. There is an epiphany here. Either you or this group that was working with this person, if it's anything to do with the first read, they're figuring out this person's full of crap. Self-reflection, answered questions, untapped talents. They're feeling real salty. They were jealous of you. They're feeling salty about you because you saw right through them. Bitter, angry, and petty. And you're in harmony here. Balance, peace, and happiness. So whatever they're going through, whatever they tried to put you through, you remain balanced, in peace, at peace, still happy. You know, maybe you weren't going through the happiest days of your life, but you still found something to be happy about. You didn't let it wreck you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were bargaining on. That's what I'm picking up. Well, let it wreck them. Obviously, it's going to wreck them. This could be ID fraud, credit fraud, mortgage fraud, stealing an inheritance, large amount of money of some sort. Something to do with a family or a group. Established. Where are we going with this, please? So they established themselves as the rich one in the family. Scarcity tactics. They're going through it. And they tried to put you through. Okay, so while they were living high off the hog, it's something to do with the first read, you were living hand to mouth, possibly, or less. Playing games here, wanting to be queen or king, right? There's a dirty offer. Somebody was offered something to impersonate you. Yep, now they're facing legal issues. Congratulations. They got paid to do something. Impersonate you. Wants to be you, acts like, dresses like, looks like, and copies you. They're facing legalities here, court, judges, immigration, and lawyers. Yeah, you just hung back. You waited for this to play out. You knew you had to. Let them hang themselves. This could be the fake boss daddy that made money off of you, or this is an actual boss daddy, you or someone else, stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy, girl fight. So they want to fight, or guy fight, arguments, physical fights, at war and competing. Wow. They're cyberbullying you. Fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. They're a happiness hater, and they were stalking you, and they paid others to stalk you, watching and obsessed. Now they got to move, or you're moving. Someone's in their head, they have to move. This is some sort of property they took illegally or fraudulently. Overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Somebody's got photo proof, or they need photo proof, your photo or something, getting evidence to back up their claims. They can't get it. They're dirt digging. They can't find anything on you, but you certainly could find some on them, right? Or somebody did find something on them, looking for dirt on you, or vice versa. Trying to force a narrative here. Somebody's trying to force something. Forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. They know they ain't shit. They're trying to force a narrative that you ain't shit. No, that's not computing any longer. You've moved on, or people are moving on. Thank you, next. This group is figuring out this person ain't shit. They talk a lot of shit, though. Fake accounts, watching you, stalking you. Harassment, right? Fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Or this could be a different, another take could be someone was impersonating you online. Your photo, trying to say it was you, and they were causing shit here for you, or trying to make it look like you're a certain way and you're not. People clued in. Yeah, something to do with karmic friends here. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So this could be some of your karmic friends or their karmic friends. Place it where it belongs. Somebody was playing games. Wanting to make cash off of you, right? A better life off of you. Oh, what the hell? This doesn't belong in this thing. Okay. That was from the first read. Put it back. So we have established scarcity tactics. So they were trying to keep you smaller. Yeah, unexpected news is coming your way. Unbelievable news will shatter your expectations. Good or bad, I'm not sure yet. For you or someone else, group dynamics have shifted. This group's now seeing the truth. They got compromised. They got lied to just as much as you were lied to or lied about. They're getting some karma here, or they might be facing legalities. And this is not sitting well with this group. Shocking discovery. A shocking discovery is on the way. It was all smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. Unmasking motives. Some people's true motives begin to surface. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Corn chips. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done. The last read, it's this group is after this person. They did too much. They could have caused unalives. They tried to unalive you possibly, but they could have taken other people out, trying to do you. They went right back to sender. And whoever's standing next to this person could liably, potentially be in harm's way. So if you know of anybody doing black magic, unalive spells, stay the fuck away from them. Establish scarcity tactics, solitude. Feel excluded from the group, working alone or at home, call friends, make contacts. So somebody was trying to befriend other people, maybe get involved with other groups, cults, covens, secret societies to come after you. They're like doctor shopping type of thing if this is a cult or a coven. So not only were they one cult, coven, secret society sending you magic, but multiple cults and covens were sending you magic, and they were getting their backfires, and they were blaming you, saying that you were doing magic. But it's these cults and covens, it's all their backfires coming onto them, right? Unlocking. What was once locked is now ready to be opened. So doors are unlocking for you. You've unlocked the floodgates of abundance, free from limitations. Obstacles appear to remind you when you're steering off course. So just know that if you're not in the right place, not doing the right thing, Spirit will step in and cause obstacles or delays for you, just so you can recognize, okay, I haven't been doing this well, or I should pivot, go another way, or I shouldn't be speaking to this person, so on and so forth, right? There's a big shift. That's the Tower. Yep, big shift here. You're taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow and embrace learning. You've reached the end of the road where you can't continue. So this is them. They could be losing their career. Could be a chef. I don't know. You or them. This is precarious. Money's drying up here. Time is up for this person. I think they're in debt to these people. They promised them false promises of money and all of the dreams coming true, right? You've experienced many financial highs and lows. Your money's flowing in quickly, only to leave just as fast. So this person's in a really bad spot. There are fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn in your finances. Yeah, they're trying to buy someone's silence. They could be getting blackmailed by somebody in this group. I'm going to go to the cops unless, you know what I'm saying? Or they were blackmailing somebody else. Keep moving in silence as you continue to build. So keep your good news and your bad news to yourself for now. Silence can be a powerful tool for increasing your personal power. Sharing too much too soon can be risky, as not everyone is as trustworthy as they seem. So from now on, if you think that our friends or family would be happy for us, cheer us on when something good happens, but nowadays they're full of envy, these people, two-faced, and they'll go behind your back and try to destroy what you're building. So keep it to yourself a little while longer until it's solidified, until you locked it in. You know what I'm saying, right? They can't ruin it. So overworked. They were trying to overwork you, or this group is overworked, doing too many spell work. I don't know. Too many expectations on you, long hours, no compensation, negotiate a raise or get help. There's a big denial. Somebody wants more out of the picture. I did more work than you guys. No, it's a big fat fucking no. So perhaps you're insisting that reality be something it's not. So they're insisting that whatever this was, these stories they told about you, these narratives, these false narratives of you, they're insisting it's true. It's not. What are you refusing to see? It's better to live in truth than in a lie. Duh. If you've been faking it to make money, it's time to take off the mask. So they were faking it to make money. They're always going to be unfulfilled because it's not theirs. It's not their talents. It's not their work. It's not their money. It's not their home. It's not their person. It's not their family. There's a leadership position. Transporter. Could be in transportation here. A planner, transportation planner. They did their work half-hearted. Something to do with parenthood got in the way. It's a hard climb up. It's a power struggle. And now they have to settle. They have to settle with you. Right? You have a lot of wisdom here. Somebody's trying to give off the impression that they're perfect, or they tell people that you think you're perfect. This person's powerless. Okay? Against you. They think you're lucky. You're not. You're blessed. Somebody got blindsided. They try to blindside you in business. Bad decisions. Now they want to make peace. Caution if they're coming towards you. They're plotting and planning. Something to do with an office. Something happens unexpectedly here. It's fear of failure. It is what it is. Somebody did some odd jobs for somebody, and they're going to be compromised. It's all coming out in the wash. They're going to try to negate it, refuse it. That wasn't me. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. But there's plenty of proof elsewhere. Either you have the proof or this group does. Established scarcity tactics, unexpected news, and solitude. Somebody's going to be left all on their own. Could be somebody that is afraid of being on their own. I mean, they surround themselves with warm bodies, you know what I mean? Because they can't be on their own. Because then they have to face themselves. Or you were in solitude. You were all by yourself having to deal with all of this. Or you're going to get this huge chunk of money all to yourself. You might be shocked when you hear about this. If it's an inheritance, maybe there's other heirs in your family, but because they fucked around and found out, you're the only one that's going to be taking this money. That could be it too. It doesn't have to be. It could be something to do with business as well. It could be anything. Somebody's left on their own, to their own devices. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry. Judgment went against somebody. This is poor judgment. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. There's no second chances. No second chances. No Hail Marys. No come to Jesus moments. They're getting karma for their bad decisions. Harsh judgment. Overarching energy. Page of Wands. So somebody's assessed the situation. This is good news. Could be some sort of communication coming through. They're seeing you as you truly are. You're creative and inspirational. Yes, the secrets are coming out. Messages are coming through. Somebody was talking shit about you. Unwise counsel. Doing magic. So somebody found some messaging about some sort of magic or something like that. Somebody's a hoe bag, maybe. But the truth is coming out. Yeah. About a Queen of Cups, male or female. Unconditional love. Could be a mother, doesn't have to be. But this is... You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature throughout this. It's them sending magic towards you. Or them accusing you of it. But the secrets are not coming out. You're a sweetheart. You're kind. You're nurturing. You're sweet. You're loving. This is unconditional love. You used your intuition. And this is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody wanted power and control over you. They bent to public pressure. It's a bully. It's a tyrant. They're worried about their image, right? Oh, boy. Somebody was in their ego. Very arrogant and conceited. Prideful. They had no authority, or they lost their authority, or abused their authority, trying to come up after you. Could be a crooked father, judge, or leader. Lovers, third party, contract, making a decision. You've elevated and ascended. You made the right choice. There's a lot of lies and illusions here. It could be a third party hanging out in the background. Lies and illusions, deception. They were wearing masks, whoever this is. They were hiding and cloaking. They could be in their emotions right now. There's a lot of confusion. Could be a higher level soulmate connection. Somebody's trying to master their emotions. Could be drinking. Male or female. Giving out good advice. Again, somebody that's highly intuitive and psychic. Could be you or someone else. Could be a father. Doesn't have to be. Could be a female. Not wearing their heart on the sleeves here. They need proof or evidence for something. Maybe they're trying to say that your father's not your father. I don't know. This is fucking stupid. Whoever these people are. The decision's been rendered. They're scared. Knight of Cups. This was a scam artist. They were doing magic. They were having casual hookups, or saying that you didn't want you having friendship, love, and or support, or they never supported you. This is all a scam. Somebody was wearing a mask, very insincere. It could be a love bomber coming after you, chasing you till they got what they wanted, then they were gone, no follow through with their promises. Going through a dark night of the soul. They are sending you depression spells. Maybe they wanted you to take yourself out, or they're going through it now. You were able to put your past hurts behind you. They could have said that you were unstable emotionally and mentally. It's all a scam, trying to make you unstable. Wearing a mask. They could have opened a portal somewhere. Knight of Wands. This could be... They're holding back. They're impersonating you. This could be forgery. They could be stealing your ideas, your work, your achievements. They feel entitled. They're combative and argumentative and abusive. They think their shit don't stink, right? They feel very entitled. It's just a poser, a player. They call it in. They don't want to do the work. They just want the kudos, right? Give me the... Yeah, with this... Holding back, a reconciliation, holding back. They were holding back from a cult, coven, secret society, or third party or friend group. Impersonating you. They did too much. They tried to unalive you, or somebody else got unalived or injured or sick. Now they want forgiveness here. They got an STD. They're trying to block you. They did too much trying to block you. No new beginnings, no passionate opportunities, no growth or... expansion here. They're being blocked. You could have gotten an STD from a third party. I don't know. Trying to say you gave it to them, or they slept with you. I don't know. This is blocking your work, your achievement, your success. This is discipline. You put a lot of work in, you were very diligent. This is success. They want to come back in. There's not going to be a reconciliation, though. They're not happy. They can't come in and take those knives out of the back they placed in you. Yeah, you're unburdened. Somebody wants to unburden themselves. You have success here. You're not burdened. You're working hard. They're trying to block you. Block your success. Because you made a conscious decision. You're not taking on these people's burdens, or this could be the group. You're not going to take this person's burdens on. It's a collaboration, a contract, or a third party. Unbothered. This is your creations working together, planning, building something together. You're getting some justice. You're getting some help. Somebody's coming in to help you get your justice. Congratulations. It could be out of this group this person was working with, or somebody outside the group. You're getting some justice. Congratulations. So somebody wants to unburden themselves. They're trying to block your work, or their work is being blocked right now because of what they've done. They didn't take any action here, and so they're possibly going to step in and do the right thing. Justice in the upright. Okay, so we have Six of Pentacles and balance something out. They're getting paid or paying others to do something against you in the justice system. They're giving and receiving and prioritizing other people. Yeah, making false allegations and accusations about you or attacking you somehow. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They didn't stand up and protect you, your honor, or your interests. Yeah, they want forgiveness now. Somebody was talking shit. There's a lot of verbal, emotional, mental, and psychological abuse. You've healed your heart. You're not heartbroken over this any longer. They can't block this, whatever this is. Yeah, so they're going to find out just how much shit talking they've done. You healed your heart. It's a blessing in disguise. You're going into isolation. You can be alone. You have a direct connection with Source, right? This is illumination. You're shining a light on someone. They're going to get arrested. This is illumination. You overcame. That's how you overcame. It's through the grace of God go I, right? They're acting like a martyr. They can't slow you down any longer. You let go and let God. Surrender. Somebody's going to have to surrender. There's an investigation. It's illumination. You overcame all of this stuff that they tried to do to you. King of Pentacles. You're going to arrest the King of Pentacles here. Somebody that made a lot of money off of you and your energy, and or off of their lies about you. It could be a celebrity, or you are a celebrity. This could be you, male or female. You're very successful, hardworking, abundant, generous, committed to what you do, good with money, out in the public eye. This is wish fulfillment. Could be a star, could be a celebrity. We got that in the last read too. You're a healer. You're very balanced. You're in your north node. Wheel of Fortune. Something's destined. Maybe it's somebody you're going to meet that's popular, famous, or you are. This is destiny. They got some fame and or some notoriety from doing this to you or something like that. You're in your north node. You have a great deal of faith. This is divine intervention. The wrath of God is here. Okay, you're now going into a new destined cycle. That wheel is turning. You were dealing with gold diggers and cloud chasers. This is change. This is change. They wanted to hitch a ride on your Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is now starting to spin in your favor. This is divine timing. Yeah, you're protected here. They were holding back from you. They were greedy and selfish. They don't want to let go. It doesn't belong to them. They're gold diggers and cloud chasers. They were holding back from you. They don't want to open up. This is somebody in your past. Family, friends, past life soulmate. They're going through nostalgic memories right now. They want to reconcile. Or this could be something to do with children. Holding back something about children. Somebody was trying to hold your children away from you, or vice versa. You overcame, persevered, and you blocked out. And you put up some boundaries. Or they're very defensive. We got something about children in the last read as well. They were definitely trying to center you out, or claimed you did something with children or to your child. Truth and clarity, they're being exposed. They're the ones that did stuff with kids, okay? Yeah. Truth and clarity, they're being exposed. This is illumination. You overcame, persevered, and you put up some boundaries, and you healed. You are healed. This is the truth. This is something to do with the trust. They definitely centered you out. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. There's a partnership here. Exposing a partnership. A soulmate connection. Six of Wands. Exposed. Somebody's on the down low. In a partnership here, and they were coming after you. Now they're going to be exposed here for stealing your money, missing opportunities. This is not their blessing. They can't pay up here, okay? They don't know what to do. They don't see what's coming. They think you didn't know. They think that they're being blocked. They can't access this money, or they're trying to stop you from accessing this money. They thought you didn't know. They're indecisive. There's a stalemate. Mental conflict. They're in denial. They're acting like a victim. Yeah. But whatever they tried to do to you is being done to them. It's all backfired onto them. They don't see what's coming. You're at peace. Even without this money, you're at peace. They didn't like that. Oh boy, it's a tower. They don't see this coming. It's a false foundation. This is the divine. This is the wrath of God. I can't make this up, okay? Has something to do with a marriage, an institution, a contract, a belief system, or you're spiritually high ranking. Yeah, they're sorry now. They're going to apologize. An institution's going to apologize. As a child, you're innocent. You used your intuition. Judgment went against somebody. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. So they judged you harshly based off of lies. This was misjudgment. They're going to be judged harshly based off of the truth now. There's no second chances, okay? It's karma time. They made some poor decisions here. And they're getting the consequences to those decisions. They don't want to be saved. They don't want to heal. You're still standing on your own. If somebody's standing in their power, male or female, you go your own way. You're unafraid. You're very confident and bold. You're attracting, you're alluring, you're charming. You're creating something here. You have divine protection and you're a leader. They can't take you out. Or somebody in the equation you might have thought was gone, but they're not. They kept doing something over and over again, and it's a permanent, profound ending for them. It's getting old, it's getting stale. They're resisting change. Nothing's changed. They can't take you out if that's what they tried to do. Somebody's in their emotions here. They didn't want something to end. Yeah, there's an attack of some sort. Could be a raid. Fast communication, fast action. Somebody's jumping through hoops right now. Stubborn. They just don't want to let it go. The truth's already been spoken. That sword's up in the air already. Nothing's changed. These people are jumping through hoops, though. You're still standing in your power. Knight of Pentacles. I'm trying to slow you down. Somebody's angry. They have to take accountability. This is your rite of passage. You made it to the end, right? You're dependable, reliable. You're mature. You're responsible. Sorry about the background noise. You're not lazy here. This is your rite of passage. Somebody has to take accountability. They could have said you were crazy, you had addictions. Somebody had addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes in inappropriate behavior. There will be no conflict resolution or reconciliation. Somebody's sick and unstable. They left you unstable. No peace, harmony, or contentment. This is disaster. Somebody doesn't want to heal. They don't want to. They can't recover from this, or they thought you couldn't recover. They thought if they... Somebody's angry. Something's taking too long. Somebody's getting... I don't know. Something's unfair, unbalanced. Yeah, they had misappropriation of funds. They went through a lot of money here. They can't hold this money. It's a bad investment. You get what you give. This is the end of the line. They can't go any further. They might have to relocate. They maybe said you were too crazy. You can't handle your affairs, but they don't have proof as to that says this. You're quite stable and secure. Thank you. Oh boy. Somebody's going to lose their job. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're hardworking, abundant, and very independent. Stable and secure. You make it look easy even though it's not, right? You just don't complain. You put your head down. You do what you need to do. Could be a wife as well. Doesn't have to be. Could be a male in this energy. Very creative. A nurturer. Yeah, you're keeping it together. You're in alignment. You're very balanced. You know that somebody was juggling you and or some money. They're trying to keep something afloat. Oh boy. They lost their job. They're going to get demoted. Somebody's trying to act like you. Putting on airs, right? Somebody drinks a lot and parties a lot. Somebody's making a head over heart decision. This is a fall from grace. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. This is a doppelganger. Trying to be you. Saying that you party all the time. So they were trying to make you look real bad. Or this is power of attorney. Power and control. They try to devalue you, disempower you, take your voice away. They rejected you, abandoned you. Oh, well. Somebody lied about you. They were jealous, vindictive, vile, spiteful, and angry. Very jealous. Or you went ice cold on them. Yeah. They're going towards... They left you out and... Poverty. They're facing poverty. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. They try to ruin you, trying to ruin your health as well. You found your confidence. You got yourself out of poverty. If you were in that situation, they want to come back in from out of the cold. Somebody's angry. They lied. They were jealous. Doppelganger, making money off of you. This is family. They're blocked. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. They're afraid to make a decision here. I don't know if this is a family's blocked. Trying to block your happiness. Blocking a King of Cups. Somebody, this could be you or someone else. Remaining stoic. Somebody's giving out some good advice, telling them don't do this. They could have been putting something in your drink or somebody else's drink. Remaining stoic, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. Whoever this is loves very deeply. Four Swords, they're scared. They're sick. It's a scandal. So they're shitting bricks here. Something to do with fatherhood. Doesn't have to be. Could be a female in this energy. Ten of Pentacles has something to do with a large amount of money here. An inheritance, spiritual inheritance. Could be a family. Somebody could be into some sort of counterfeit money. Long-term stability, long-term relations. Yeah, I'm going to have to give this up, release this money to you. They didn't care. They can't restrict you. You removed all obstacles. They're not renting space in your head. You're free. Once they got this money, thought they'd be free, they'd be able to travel, they've been stopped. So somebody released this money to them, they got stopped instantly, got into a car accident, lost their car, I don't know, they can't travel or move on. Out of control, they can't overcome this, it's not going to go anywhere. This could be family as well. Yeah, Seven of Cups. All that glitters isn't gold, running out of... There's no more confusion here. Somebody has no viable options, they didn't want to give you any options. It's all illusion. Wanting a life of luxury off your back or you being unstable. That's what it was, all illusions. It was all somebody wanting power and control over you. A warlock. Somebody bit off more than they can chew here. A poser, a player. It was all about ego, right? They didn't take the noble approach. They didn't protect or defend you. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They bit off more than they could chew. They bore false witness against you. They're in heavy-duty debt. Somebody's got to take some action. This is conscious awareness. Yeah, they're reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They thought you were naive or gullible, or they were. Okay, they're guilty of sin. They can't move forward here. They don't want you moving forward in life. But you have all the tools you need. They thought you were gullible and stupid. Never amount to anything. You're going to be taking some action against these people, or somebody else is taking action against them. You're co-creating with the divine. Focused on you big time. They lied. No truth, no clarity, no communication. Lied about traveling, moving. Somebody transitioning. You're moving forward. You're not talking to them. They could be wanting to come meet you in calm waters, but you're going to a happier place. We traveled on your dime. Yep, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're still trying to strategize a way to escape a situation. But whatever they got was temporary. The tense in the background suggests whatever they got was temporary. They're going to have to replace it. Could be living intense right now. Could be very intense. Get it? Right now. Yeah. They're willing to do whatever it took to win, right? Everybody that got involved with this are walking away. They took on some losses. This was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty, and lots of abuse. Whoever this was very abusive to you or to whoever they were working with, or they abused their rights. See, the last person's walked away now. They're on their own. 5 of Wands, 5-5. Get ready for change, profound change. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. So somebody's walking away with their head held high. Could be you didn't engage. They're trying to blackmail. I keep hearing blackmail, but they're trying to gaslight, play mind games, power plays here, okay? They don't want smoke. They don't want the challenge. They don't want to be challenged on this. They don't want the conflict. They're in their emotions. Trying to gaslight you. They love you. This is new love, true love, self-love, emotional fulfillment, happiness, new beginnings. You're very blessed. Somebody's in their emotions for sure. They think that... Your cup runneth over. You shouldn't deserve it. Give me a break. You're the one that brought all the love, whether it's family or something. Yeah, they wanted you homeless. They're going to be homeless. They stole a home, business, non-committal. The party's over. There's no redemption here. They wanted you homeless. They wanted you unstable. Yeah, walking away. Not emotionally invested. You went in search of your 9th and 10th cup, which is emotional fulfillment and happiness. They're facing the unknown. They thought they could just steal this home and then walk away? Yeah, I don't think so. Or be non-committal and just walk away, go about doing their own thing. I don't know what this is. You can't just walk away from this bullshit. Yeah. So they're under surveillance. There's an investigation. Walk away from online. Learning something. Somebody's learned something here. This is delayed communication from afar. 3 of Wands. You foresaw this. They were plotting and planning. So if this is online and they were plotting and planning against you, they found it. The police or somebody's found it online here. Your ships are coming in. Somebody could be at a distance online doing this bullshit. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Or you're not bothered. You're unworried. You know your value and your worth. People see your value and your worth. Somebody took advantage of a situation they should not have. They were very ungrateful and disrespectful. Somebody still thinks they have an opportunity with you. They think that you're going to accept this. No, you're not going to accept it. Get the fuck out of here. 8 of Wands. It's a backfire. No communication. They're trying to stop something. Can't move. They were trying to stop you from moving forward. They didn't want you to know your value and your worth. Well, that's just too bad. That blew up in their face. Yeah, you saw through you peeped their game. You saw through the illusions. You broke free. You detached from this, or other people are trying to detach. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. You have no codependency issues at all, or addictions or obsessions. Oh boy, this is law and order, doctor, somebody with a professional of sorts. Could be you or anybody else speaking the truth. Could be Archangel Michael's got the serpent here. The truth is known, it just hasn't been spoken. Somebody's going to have to speak the truth to you. Online. There's law and order. Something's ending a cycle to begin a new one. Or they're traveling towards you, or you're going to have to travel towards them. This is protection. This is victory. They're going to have to move. It could be a bailiff, a sheriff. It could be a police officer. It could be anybody. It could be a lawyer saying, move on. It's time for you to move on here. If they stole a home, they're going to have to leave this home. They want to come tell you the truth. Somebody wants to tell you the truth. They might reach out online. Something's over here. Or it's something to do with travel. It might not even happen being your own town or city and or country even. Somebody's going to have to travel. Somebody's established here. You're going to be established, settled, secure, and wealthy, running. So somebody's running here. Escape, denial, and excuses. Trying to escape something that they brought in, they incurred, trying to hurt you and others to get what they wanted, right? There's a dirty offer. Somebody took this dirty offer to, I don't know, steal some money. They're going through some scarcity tactics. Dry up your money. Now their money's getting dried up. They want back into your energy. They're trying to get back into your good graces, I just heard. Whoever this is, they want to be a king or queen rising. Maybe you're doing so well, they want to come back in now. Everything's blowing up in their faces. You were in solitude. It helped you heal, get in touch with who you are, and to know that you're on the right track. They thought you being in solitude, that you wouldn't be able to make it on your own. They can't make it on their own. They're in solitude now. You've unlocked a lot of gifts here by being by yourself. You unlocked some doors that you thought would never open. I don't want to say that. Somebody thought you'd be... okay, we'll leave it. There's unexpected news coming your way. Group dynamics have shifted. This is going to be a shock to this group, or it's going to be a shock to you or whomever, to them, to find out their group's turning their backs on them because they're a dirty, sniveling lowlife. And they compromised everybody. Now, for this group, I'm not going to let them off the hook that easily. They did stuff against you. They collaborated with one another, thought it was funny. You know, got something out of it, obviously. Maybe money, maybe trips, maybe something high off of it. I don't know. But they're going to get what they're owed from doing this towards you. Let's get a couple of these. Find out exactly where this is going. Yeah, this is a journey. It's last read. That came out too. It's a soul's journey. You're going into a new destined timeline here. Going into a new beginning. You're ending this. You're in the middle right now. You're waiting for your new timeline to start. You could be traveling or somebody's traveling towards you. You could be a mature man or a mature man's traveling here towards you. It could be a higher level soulmate. It could be an official of some sort. A wealthy man. You can be a wealthy man. This is because the unalive of a wealthy man, maybe they left you some money, an inheritance, life insurance. It's a great fortune. And somebody wanted this unexpected income for themselves. You have high honors, or somebody with high honors wanted to take it. It could be a mature woman, or you can be a mature woman at somebody's lover here. Using sex to get what they want. There's concern here. It could be a secret society or a third party, or you've elevated your an ascended master. The ascended master is working. A whole community is working with you. Yeah, secret society or group, cult, coven. They're going to jail. It's a false marriage. They wanted to prove they have to prove that they're the official person, but they're really a thief, and they're in bad health. Or they said you were in bad health, you can't travel. This is going to be a shock here. They're in their thoughts. They have to travel to this courthouse. Sudden wealth. They're not going to have something to do with home, property, business. They're in despair. They're going to lose their business. If this is lawyers, money managers, they're going towards poverty. This main male here and this main female. They're getting a message of concern. Something to do with your family. It's over. They are holding back messaging and or communication from you. They're trying to make you communicate, but they're not getting anything back. So if you're getting any emails, texts, any kind of phone calls, they sound kind of suspect, really weird, but they need to talk to you right away, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's probably a scam. It's probably them. I'm getting a lot of emails going, if you're interested, call me back, or respond to this email right away if you're interested. And it sounds really suspect. It's supposed to be sounding like business. Somebody wanting to collaborate with me, but if you take away that part of it, it kind of sounds like it's something sexual. I'm like, yeah, right. I don't think so. So they want to make it look like you're asking for how much, what do you want? And this is going to cost you X amount of dollars. You know what I mean? Trying to make you sound like you're somebody you're not. And it's not working. Too bad. So sad. Motherfuckers. It's over for them. You're going to have to understand it's over for them. Yeah, and somebody's sick. They try to make you sick. They're journeying. They could be traveling. They want to reunite with you. Something to do with a gift. They want to give you a gift. There's a messenger. It's a foe. So you're going to get a message from a foe. They want to give you a gift. Let's reunite. It's a foe. They are taking things from you. They want to get in. If you do have any spiritual gifts, they want something from you. They want to jam them up, ruin them. I don't know. They want to claim that you gave them something, a home, a business. Give me a break. It's a foe. They're in sorrow over this message. A friend. They're in despair. So they got your friends involved. They wanted you to unalive yourself, or one of their friends went. I don't know. It's a thief. There we go. They're in despair. Younger woman, you or them, they missed their boat. Their boat's in the background here. They're sighing. Oh, there's still hope. Maybe I can still finagle my way back in there. Yeah, it's a misfortune. To a child, they lost a child, or they caused it unalive of a child, or they're childish. Something to do with a home. They were celebrating this false wedding here. And they got caught up. Surprise. Okay. Somebody got caught up. They could be trolling you. That's trolling. They're hoping that their trolling is going to have something to do with it. They're hoping that you still love them, because love is at the bottom of the deck. Or that you still love them. You're hoping you're still a sweetheart. You won't, because you're faithful. They can get back into your energy, right? Yeah. Consolation. They want you to console them. They're looking for a consolation prize. They look at you as the consolation prize. I don't think so. Somebody's learning something. Somebody's a scholar. You can be. You know what? They thought you were really stupid. They thought you were slow, but you're a scholar. You're very learned. They're going to prison. They're finding out they're going to prison. Could be a doctor involved, or they had to get a doctor. They bribed a doctor. Yeah, falseness. Doctor's reports. Unbelievable how far these people went. A lot of people are going to go down. Congratulations. You're getting what's rightfully yours. You're getting to the truth. You're getting vindication, as we all should, right? I'm so very happy for you. Hopefully that's going to be happening within the next week or so. I can't give you a timeline, but they're in despair now. They might be facing illness as well, or some of these people are facing illnesses. They're facing scarcity tactics. They're facing everything they wanted you to face. And these people aren't alone. They have support systems. They have money. They have this, that, the other thing. They have each other. You had absolutely no one to help you through this except for God and your spirit team. What's that say about these losers, right? Oh, well. Have fun in jail. Have fun dealing with your karma. I don't know, okay? They tried to pass off their karma onto you, I heard, for a few of you. Ain't gonna happen. Just so you know, if you haven't been here for a while, sometimes when we clean up other people's messes that they get themselves into time and time again, I'm not saying just once, okay? You know, just hypothetically, you know, your kid gets in trouble, you come bail them out, blah, blah, blah. They learned their lessons, okay, move on. I'm talking about, say, a kid that continuously makes these mistakes. It doesn't have to be a kid. It could be a spouse. It could be anybody. And you come in and you continuously clean up after them, and they're not learning their lessons. They just do it over and over and over again. In that situation, you're taking on their karma. They're passing off their karma onto you. And you could be the most beautifulest person in the world, kind heart, pure heart, and bad things are happening to you. You're going, I don't know what's going on. Why is my life like this? It's because you're taking on their karma. You're preventing them from learning their lessons, okay? So you're not helping this person. You're hindering this person. And I'm not shitting on you, okay? It's because you're love. You love them so very much. You don't want to see them suffer. I get it. I was there at one point too. But you have to realize, oh my God, I am standing in the way of their progress, of them learning their lessons and taking on their own karma. So if this is the situation, of course, use your higher wisdom. Not always do we turn our backs on people, but think twice before you're going to go bail somebody out of jail or give them money and or cover up a lie for them. You understand what I'm saying, right? Sometimes we just have to let them be and answer for their own bad decisions. You're not shielding them. 47, when I said that, you're not exactly shielding them. You're just not preparing them for the future, for when you're no longer around. How are they going to handle their stuff when you're not around anymore? Think about it that way. They must learn. So congratulations. I love you guys. And until next time, take care.